Meghan Markle has a history of appearing in expensive clothing and jewellery, flaunting her wealth in front of those that she meets. One notable instance was during her visit to Harlem, where she attended a book reading of her own book. Harry sat on the floor while children from impoverished backgrounds listened to her, all while she wore pricey attire and jewellery. This highlights her inability to understand the situation, stemming from a lack of emotional empathy and frequently misfiring cognitive empathy due to her narcissism. She prioritises looking fantastic and flaunting her wealth over genuine empathy and connection. Her appearances at such events focus more on being seen in luxurious outfits than on the charitable cause itself. She wants to be recognised as a fashion icon, compassionate and stylish, especially amongst the poor, who she actually despises because they offer her little beyond the attention that she so craves. Her behaviour, evident in her expensive outfits, shows that she doesn't care about the people she meets. If she did, she'd act differently, but lacking emotional empathy, she continues to behave this way. She demonstrated this again in Nigeria, a country where 87 million people live below the poverty line. Meghan travelled to the African country with her husband Prince Harry to promote the Invictus Games. Meghan made a number of outfit changes on the trip and ended up spending almost £120,000 on jewellery and new clothes. The decision has been criticised by some given the extreme levels of poverty in Nigeria. Meghan wore a number of high-end brands on the trip, including Carolina Herrera, Altazura and Joanna Ortiz. Nigeria faces significant issues including hunger and child malnutrition. In 2023 it ranked 109th out of 125 countries in the Global Hunger Index, with serious levels of hunger. Child stunting was at 32%, undernourishment at 18%, child mortality at 11%, and child wasting at 8%. Nigeria also has a literacy rate of about 61.3%, with female literacy at around 50.4%. Despite her purported commitment to empowering young women, she did nothing to address these issues during her visit. She didn't mention or pledge to improve literacy or stay in Nigeria to teach children. Instead, she continued a pattern of wearing expensive outfits, which totalled around £120,000 over the 3-day tour. This amount could have significantly helped address some of Nigeria's problems, but her actions demonstrated her lack of care and self-absorption as a narcissist. Nigeria, rich in human and natural resources, remains one of the poorest countries due to corruption and poor governance. High unemployment, especially among graduates, leads many to engage in scams. Nigeria also faces severe health challenges including HIV and AIDS, with a prevalence rate of around 3.17%, and environmental issues like deforestation, water pollution and urbanisation pressures. Despite these pressing issues, the visit from her and Harry was superficial, focusing on their image rather than addressing these problems. Her comments about seeing herself in Nigerians, feeling humble and grateful and missing her children on Mother's Day, even though it wasn't Mother's Day in Nigeria, were quite hollow. Harry's suggestion to ask each other, "Are you okay?" was similarly out of touch. These actions highlight their superficiality, Harry because he lacks depth, and her because she's fundamentally self-centered. It's said that Meghan asked the Nigerian government and the Invictus Foundation to pay the bill for her clothing on the Nigerian royal tour. According to Lady Colin Campbell, Meghan's wardrobe went down like a lead balloon, not only publicly, but privately as well. She said, "My understanding is behind the scenes people were deeply offended. They found her deportment, that was the word used, deeply offensive. Notwithstanding the press reports in the West, in Nigeria itself, her deportment was roundly condemned." I'm now going to quote, "Crass, exhibitionistic and disrespectful. The woman is so crass and vulgar, so tasteless and so delusional, it's beyond belief."